of the Pacific Northwest. One of the things that we're most prideful about here in the PNW are trees, of course. We are living in the evergreen state. It says it right there on your ID. And just in time for the windy weather, wanted to take a stroll through the woods with an arborist.
Good thing about changing clothes.
Yeah, here's an old western hemlock right here that fell over. Because there's a lot of things, liabilities in a tree that you don't see. The key thing is have someone that's knowledgeable, a certified arborist, come out and take a look at your trees. You know, everybody looks at the top of the trees and they're worried about the tree uprooting, when really you should be looking at the ground, at the base of the tree. Before the storm, you're looking for conchs, mushrooms, decayed portions in the tree, woodpecker holes would tell you something's going on in the main structure, trunk of the tree. The root system declines, its hold on the earth declines, tree falls over, you know. Each tree has a different characteristic, and it depends where its location to the prevailing winds is. But this is a prime example of a tree that you would want a certified arborist to look at closely if it's near your home, because it's severe decay in the base of the tree. Tree has a lean, and you can see we want to get rid of things like that above our heads. Deadwood.
Educational for me. What are you doing over there? Get out.
Oh, would you like me to see? You know, yeah, come over, just put it out. But conchs at the base of the tree, these are the fruiting bodies of wood decay. This is a sign that there's interior decay in the tree. So you would say, oh my goodness, we better check this out. Sometimes you can't tell, you know, just by visuals. You need a certified arborist to come out, maybe use some more high-tech equipment to, you know, measure the amount of decay in the tree. But this is just one thing, a sign.
So even if you have a cool old tree in the backyard with ivy and conchs and it looks really cool, that's maybe a sign that it's not doing well.
Oh yes. You know, you don't want ivy growing all around the base of the tree and up the tree. It hides any defects or any movement in the soil after high winds. You won't be able to see it. And then there's some root rots where at certain times of year you have mushrooms coming out around the base of the tree, and that's not a good sign. Again, here's fruiting body at the base of the tree, that there's some root rot or wood decay going in this big giant fir. And again here. You know, and the tree could still be alive, growing fine to regular person's eye, but a certified arborist can pick those things out.
Big thank you to Roy for
Mind
Davey
blown,
over in
man.
Redmond. Yeah, it was fun because we were talking in his office and I said, could we just go outside and walk around and you could show me some stuff? And we went back into this green belt and he had never been back there before and we found all sorts of examples and you saw those things like conchs that I thought, he had them all over his office. I thought, oh yeah, those are beautiful. And he said, yeah, but they're usually a sign of a problem inside. They're growing off and they're eating away at the wood. So I think much like medical issues is don't go around and Google like, why do I feel what's wrong? Let me go see a doctor. It's the same thing. If you're even kind of worried about the trees around your yard, you should have an arborist come out. He says a lot of them, they're not charging it. They'll show up and assess what's going on, and then they can do some work if you need it.
Okay, so you may be able to get a free assessment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Did you happen to ask him, you may not have, just like how our trees are right now in the Pacific Northwest compared to years past?
Yeah, he talked about, you know, like the big three and all that. In general, he says, you know, we did have some droughts of years past. So even though summer is like a distant memory, and certainly the really hot summers are distant memories, he's like, some of these trees are suffering now because of that.
Wow.
So again, if you got those big tall timbers, lucky you, but maybe go get them checked out by an arborist. So.